Hello everybody, I'm JayLeonardJ, and here are 10 GT-1000 patches I made just for you. Well, the GT-1000 is the latest multi-effects pedal by the fine cats at Boss Pedals, and I decided to put together 10 really fun presets, things that I really enjoy playing for your listening and downloading pleasure. Just check below, and you can just grab your hands on these presets as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through each one of them and tell you a little bit about how to use them and what they sound like. So here we go. The first preset is what I call Glam Funk. What I wanted to do here was just capture the sound of that direct to the console 70s, 80s funk tones. Really good for big wide strums and big fat chords. And I added on Control 1 a little bit of chorus to give you a little bit more modulation goodness out of that sound. Really fun, really in your face. It's a great tone. Up next is Low Punch. It splits your guitar into two sides. One is an octave down pedal going into a bass amp, and the other is a gritty, cleanish guitar tone. I would use it if I was needing a bass line and I was doing a looping situation, or if you just want your single notes on your guitar to have a great little cut for when the band breaks down and you want to have those really cool single note lines. With Sepia-Tone, I wanted to get a really nostalgic childhood flashback kind of sound out of the classic blackface amp tremolo spring reverb thing. What I did is I added lots of reverb and lots of tremolo, and there's this trigger here on Control 1, and what that trigger is going to do is hold my sound, so it's a sound hold, so I can play a chord and then do a little bit of playing on top of it. It's a great patch to completely get lost into. I really like it. One of my all-time favorite movies is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and it's also one of the best soundtracks of all time, and that's what inspired this patch. I call it Italian Cowboy. I just wanted to go for a spaghetti western thing, so it's like a gritty surf tone, and I did a little bit of tricks to it to make sure those extra wound strings have a little bit more edge and cut to them. Really, really fun patch. Well, if you have ever had trouble cutting through the mix for your guitar solos, you will never have that problem again with this patch. I call it Bee Stings. On the top end of it, it's an octave fuzz, and then on the bottom end of it, it's actually a really tight distortion. So it's a good mixture of the two. Go on the neck pickup. Trust me, you'll want that. And just listen to how intense and aggressive it sounds. When you're gonna go really, really crazy, press on Control 1 and you get a touch wall, which is really nice for very staccato little single note lines. So much fun. Dizzy Ivory is my Hammond B3-ish kind of sounding patch. It's very alive. It's great with full chords and percussive playing. You could press Control 1 to change the speed of the rotary speaker. An absolute joy to play. This is Dizzy Ivory. Spa Day is my ethereal atmospheric patch. A little bit of upper octave, a little bit of reverse delay, and a nice swell at the initial transient of your note to help everything bloom. If you want your notes to hang out a little bit longer, just press on Control 2 to activate a little bit of extra feedback. Just a very great all-around atmospheric sound. Dot rhythm is my go-to dotted eighth note delay patch because I tend to find that a lot of songs where I use a dotted eighth note patch tend to have three sections. One is the main dotted eighth note patch, which is the main thing. I could just tap it in here. And then when I go into the chorus, it's usually a strummy, distorted guitar with less delay. So I have that in Control 1. And then the bridge is usually an atmospheric open chordy kind of thing, which is Control 2. So check out this patch. It's all the sounds you need in one place. POW'R CHORD'R is just a very satisfying big strum patch. It sounds distorted and in your face and lovely. I have two options with it. On Control 1, you get a cool flanging sound. On Control 2 is a momentary slicer. So when I hold on to it, I get that slicer sound. I can control the BPM of the slicer with the preset number. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Last but not least is my old dependable patch. It is the patch I use when I'm just plugging this thing in. I want to work on some music. I want to figure out a part. I want to just do a little bit of practicing and lessons. It's just a very satisfying, slightly edgy, clean tone. Control 1 is a little extra gain, and Control 2 is a master delay. So you get that atmospheric delay. Just a good workhorse pedal sound to get your thought process going. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't already. If you're interested in my review on the GT-1000, please check it out on Patreon. I do demos on YouTube and reviews on Patreon. Please check down below so you can download these patches for yourself and just have lots of fun, make lots of noise, experiment as much as you can, and just have a great time. That being said, I will see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.